My name is Mike Sable. I have the great pleasure of being the city manager for the city of Maplewood. I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming. This is a full cross-section of the community. Our elected officials, our community leaders, our volunteers and boards and commissions, our engaged residents and people who volunteer. We've got the faith community that's here as well. So this is a true cross-section of Maplewood. So thank you very much for joining us today. We're going to have a lot of couple of speakers that will talk about all the great things that are happening in the city. I do want to give a shout out to our friends at Bolton and Mank for sponsoring this event. Thank you. Yep, a round of applause. Bolton and Mank is one of the engineering firms that serves the city of Maplewood. So whenever you see a complicated road project or a sewer or some sort of infrastructure project, odds are good that someone from Bolton and Mank played a role in that. Thank you, Bolton and Mank. We appreciate you. Appreciate your sponsorship. As I said, so I am the city manager, and one of my great joys is to help lead this organization. And one of the things that we try to ground ourselves on is really what we call our few pillars of service. And the first one is exceptional service. We strive every day to provide exceptional service to the people of Maplewood, to the business owners and the residents, and all of the thousands of people who come through our city every day. We have a standard where we want to be the best run local government in the region, and that is our bar. And we set it really high, and we deliver as much value as we can. And so that is our pledge, and we have a lot of data and a lot of metrics in our strategic plan that talk about what exceptional service looks like. I think I'll just say, when you see our public safety response, whether it's police or fire, EMS, it is among the most professional, fastest, courteous service that you can see. It's a really wonderful opportunity. The second one we talk about is a culture that supports and empowers people. We are in the service business. The services that we deliver are done by people, and so if we can support our staff to deliver great work, the benefits of that accrue not only to you every day, but for generations that come afterwards. And then lastly, the third pillar that we talk about is strong relationships. We all know that the boundary of Maplewood has an odd shape. We touch everybody, and we border 9 cities, and we know that we can't do anything alone. And so our spirit is of partnership, whether it's with another governmental unit, whether it's the county, whether it's the chamber, whether it's our nonprofit partners or our faith community. Relationships matter, and that's why events like this are really important. I don't do any of this alone, so I do want to give a shout out to the executive leadership team of the city. I'm not going to list them by name, but you can see them there. But I have the benefit of working with a lot of accomplished professionals who have done great things over the course of their careers. We're committed to doing high quality work, committed to being leaders not only in the profession of local government management, but also being good stewards of this organization. It's a vital part of what we do. It's why we are successful. So to the executive leadership team, I really want to say thank you. And then shout out to our communications team who put together some pretty clever videos and things. And so this is a little bit about Maplewood and how it works.
750 gallons of water.
Pull a bowling ball right up through it.
This technology is a real game changer.
It's a multi-versatile unit that will do cutting grass, blowing snow, digging dirt. They're always being used.
I've been in a sweeper since I was about 10 years old. We used to sweep the fairgrounds. They wanted you out there constantly sweeping, so that was nerve-wracking.
Some debris that Toolcat clears ends up in our storm sewers. That's where the Aquatech water truck shows its value.
We're de-icing our roads in the winter, but we're killing our lakes in the summer with the runoff from it, and removes everything before it gets a chance to go into that pond in your backyard. Keep the frogs, turtles, keep everybody happy.
From clearing the system to inspecting it, our camera truck crew helps inspect sewer lines and get ahead of major issues. With the streets and underground infrastructure well maintained, the city has to measure what's moving on them. Meet Andy Engstrom, our senior engineering tech.
We're collecting average daily traffic on state aid routes. There's over 90 in the city of Maplewood.
Good data matters, so does listening. The Fix It program empowers residents to report issues in real time.
We might get 7 or 8 phone calls on the same pothole saves a lot of staff time and allows us to get to the issues quicker.
Damaged trees can be a risk, and the bucket truck provides a safe, effective solution.
This bucket allows him to reach out and cut what he needs to cut.
Tree falls down, a storm hits, we can take care of it at will.
Public safety is another department that needs an immediate and coordinated response. That's where the command vehicle comes in.
We're here in the command van. It's an extended Mercedes Sprinter van, fully equipped, basically mobile office for us.
Situational awareness is key in safely resolving a crisis. Our police drone unit provides that critical view from above.
It helps mitigate pursuits, gain knowledge, and then formulate a safe plan where everything goes off without a hitch, hopefully.
From prevention to readiness, meet Battalion Chief Jordan Wardell and Fire Engine 323.
This is one of 3 fire engines in the city of Maplewood, and it carries 750 gallons of water, which provides us about 2 to 5 minutes to cool things down and hopefully find the seat of the fire.
Some emergencies demand greater reach. Ken Nielsen talks about our fire department ladder truck.
This truck's about 25 years newer than our older truck. Having everything designed the same between our 2 engines and our ladder truck now help assist you in those late night operations.
In critical moments, advanced technology and training must merge to save lives. Firefighter paramedics Jake Lanik and Mike Hagan show us the new laryngoscope.
The CMAC device lets us have a second set of eyes, make sure and confirm that we have the airway secured.
Analyzing heart rhythm.
The city has more than 40 AEDs in strategic locations, which have saved several lives.
Shock delivered.
From immediate intervention to informed treatment, our firefighter paramedics now use mobile ultrasound to support faster, more accurate care.
Ultrasound use in the pre-hospital setting is really cutting-edge technology across the entire country. We're one of the few agencies that does employ this technique.
From advanced equipment to life-saving response, every tool and every person plays a role. We're providing exceptional service in a culture that supports and empowers people. This is how it works.
All right. Now that you've seen some of the equipment on video, we have an opportunity here for the police department and the public safety department to join them front and center, hands-on. Now, you don't get to drive a plow truck or the toolcat, but I heard in years past we got to break some windows, we got to put out some fires. So please consider joining our community academy. You don't have to be a member of the community, you just have to work and have a connection to Maplewood. This is a great opportunity. It's April through May 19th. It's Tuesday nights from 6 to 8:30. So you give Barb a call, and again, take the flyer back to your office and again, have somebody join in. It's a great opportunity. So we'll say that. While the folks on the front lines get a lot of the accolades, it's the people behind the scenes that keep us running, right? So one of our main departments that keeps us going is IT, and I joke around all the time. I say, we get more phishing scams from the actual IT department than we do from the real criminals. And that's actually a good thing. So while they've built this robust cybersecurity infrastructure, anybody who works in IT knows it takes one employee to click on something to let that criminal in the front door. So they've done a great job of really training us to look for stuff, to be vigilant, and we appreciate that. They've also really used the Office 365 suite. So we're in 7 different buildings. We run a 24-hour operation, and we're really able to collaborate across the entire organization. And they handled more than 3,000 tickets for service. That's everything from my mouse doesn't work all the way up to combining how your taser, or not your taser, but your Axon body camera works with the reporting system. So an amazing job from them. This year we've had one of our most transparent budget cycles. You don't get to do all this fun stuff unless you have finance in order. And from last year we got out into the community. We talked to people about budget priorities. We wanted to hear from them about what their budget priorities are. And each department head actually had to go in front of council and justify their budget. So I think this year we tried to give council as much possible information to make a really well-informed decision. And speaking of decisions, we have a big one to make here. We're in an election year, and that's going to come through our city clerk's office. They're going to handle everything and make sure everything goes smoothly as they do every year, from early in-person voting to the game day voting, and it's going to be amazing. And they also are the repository of our records. And so at this point, as we transition in, I'd like to bring up our council members who had heard from some of those folks. And I forgot to kind of scroll through here. So I'm going to bring up our council now, and you're going to hear a little bit from them about their accomplishments from 2025 and their what they're looking forward to in 2026. And I don't think anybody actually followed this prompt, but what their favorite place in Maplewood actually is. So,
well, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Good morning. Thank you for coming. Well, welcome to our residents, our businesses, our entrepreneurs, our mayor, and my fellow council members. Thank you for being here. And then also wanted to add in there our staff, the folks who make some magic work here in the city of Maplewood. Thank you for all the work that you all do. It is an honor to serve. It's been an honor to serve all of you this last 3 years. And if it's anything, what I tell people is what I've learned most about being in the council is to be very patient with my kids at home. There's a lot of decision-making process at home, and I take a lot of that into consideration when we come to the council and the decisions that we have to make, and understanding and hearing there's a lot of things that goes on in the city of Maplewood and the many residents that happens here. If it's anything at all, I want to remind all of the folks here, there's a lot of great businesses here in the city of Maplewood. I've spent this last year really just spending the time being in community, seeing a Star Wars fight at this Maplewood Mall, that is, celebrating entrepreneurs in the city of Maplewood, being here at the mall for more than 20 years, and just being in general, just being in community. I want to remind folks that every dollar that you spend, to be mindful to spend those locally here. You're paying someone's bill, you're helping pay for someone's house, you're helping put food on someone's table. It's important to be intentional in how we give back to our community. I think the last piece here then is just thinking about what I'm proud of being a part of the council this last year. We really did a great job with our budget process, as Joe mentioned, breaking down our budgeting process. I think it makes it easier when we really can understand what goes on in government. It's a very complicated process, but when you break it down to small pieces and bring people to the table, it makes the budgeting process easier to understand. 2026 comes around. I look forward to seeing more businesses, visiting more people in the community. And lastly, my favorite place in the city of Maplewood, that's a tough one. Some may say I'm a little biased, but it's home. Everywhere I go, that's where my heart is. I want to come back here, and I think that's important. This is why Maplewood is important. This is why it's important to be a part of this process, is when you make a place where you want to be every day, home, you want to be there every day. So thank you all for being here today. Look forward to connecting with all of you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So in 2025, Maplewood moved forward deeply affordable housing, or move forward on deeply affordable housing and strengthen our voice in regional transit decisions that will shape mobility for decades. Housing is stability, transportation is opportunity, and when we invest in both, we make it possible for families, seniors, residents with disabilities, and working people to live, move, and thrive in our community. When I think about 2026, we may be facing many things, good and bad, but for me, process is policy. So in 2026, my focus is on strengthening how Maplewood makes decisions. The people most impacted by our policies, our renters, our working families, our small business owners, our seniors, and our residents with disabilities should not be an afterthought in our decisions. Their lived experiences should shape our planning, our budgeting, and development and decisions from the start. Access and equity must be built into our structure. So for the last question, when I told my husband what my answer was, he actually laughed at me, but it's an actual true answer. And City Hall is my favorite place in Maplewood because I'm reminded of the people that we serve as a council. When we walk through those doors, it gives me the gravity of what we're doing every week, every month, and it belongs to the people. So every time residents walk through those doors, I'm reminded of who we serve. So thank you very much for living in Maplewood, being in Maplewood, and doing your business in Maplewood.
Good morning. My name is Rebecca Cave, and I'm a Maplewood City Council member. It's such a pleasure to see so many people here. I wish our City Council chambers were full like this at all of our meetings. It's great to see everybody's face and to be able to at least once a year talk about things that are going on in the community and get your feedback. When I think what truly defines Maplewood, I think of the values that make up the very name of our city. And meaningful community connections. Our community outreach programs truly reflect the dedication of our city staff has connecting to the citizens and residents of Maplewood. Access to beautiful parks and nature. Our parks and trails are one of the greatest treasures of Maplewood and an important part of the quality of life that our residents and outside our community enjoy every day. P for public safety. I consider Maplewood proud. We are deeply grateful to the brave men and women who serve our community and work tirelessly every day to protect the safety and well-being of our residents. L for local business and economic growth. Through the work of our Community Development Department, Maplewood continues to provide local businesses with programs that provide grants, funding opportunities, and connections to valuable resources that help them grow and succeed. E, I put for engaging residents to help shape our future. The voices of residents matter. Your participation, feedback, and involvement help guide our decisions and make a better way for Maplewood. W is welcoming neighbors and inclusive neighborhoods. Programs like National Night Out remind us how important it is to know our neighbors, build trust, and strengthen the sense of community that makes Maplewood such a special place to live. O is for opportunities for smart housing growth. As Maplewood grows, we remain committed to thoughtful redevelopment and development that meets the needs of our residents while preserving the character of our community. The other O is for open communication and transparency with our city leadership and staff. There's a time right now when trust and transparency are more important than ever. Maplewood remains committed to operating with integrity through open communication, responsible financial management, and clear decision-making. And D, dedication to Maplewood's future. We're moving forward together in a positive direction. With the leadership of our mayor, Mary Lee Abrams, and the dedication of our city council and staff, we will continue to serve our residents with transparency, integrity, and a citizens-first approach as we look forward to the future generations in Maplewood. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for coming. I'm Kathleen Juneman, the senior member of this group. My colleagues have talked about what we're proud of, and I think we're all proud of almost everything we do, actually. But I'm most proud of in 2025 was establishing a housing rehabilitation loan program, which is a new thing for us. And in a few moments, the mayor will explain this policy, this program to you. And it's an important piece of housing policy in an aging community like ours. I've been working on this for years, and it's great to have it become a reality. For 2026, one of my top priorities is the adoption of our climate mitigation plan. This plan will keep us moving forward in our environmental protections, which we have been working very hard at for years now. Enable us to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and build environmental resiliency in our whole community. A favorite place in Maplewood, I'm with Nikki. That's a hard one to really, and I have to agree with her, the City Hall is really one of them. But some of my favorite places in Maplewood are the neighborhood open space preserves. Scattered throughout the city, these spaces improve our quality of life if you just drive by, or if you walk occasionally on one of the trails, or you return there often. These spaces present opportunities for a sense of calm, a feeling of getting away from it all, or a place to enjoy nature. And the outstanding feature of the open space program is that it was resident generated. All those years ago, it was a group of residents who went out every week and evaluated 76 parcels of land in Maplewood. And they came back with a preferred list and presented it to the council, and those same people ran their legs off for several months trying to convince people that this was a great program. And I think all these years later, we can agree. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And everybody used the prompt, which I appreciate it. A lot of times when you ask council to talk, they're like, no, you don't want to hear from me. And then they get up here, and of course. The moment you have all been waiting for, the reason why you're here, our mayor, Mary Lee Abrams, for the state of Maplewood.
Good morning, everyone. This truly is an exciting time to be part of Maplewood. I look out and I recognize so many people here. I have to acknowledge first our staff, because you are the secret sauce behind everything that we do. I cannot thank you enough. I thank my fellow council members. I look out and I see our business leaders. I see our school district represented. I see residents. I see neighbors. I see St. John's Hospital. I see our faith community leadership. We are all here together because we care so much about Maplewood. City Manager Sable talked a little bit earlier about we want to be the best run city in Maplewood. That is one of the things that we strive for. One of the ways we do that is through our strategic plan. That is our roadmap. It shows our progress and it gives us focus. Our strategic plan includes safety, sustainability, and development. While we closely follow numbers and data to measure our progress, but we're also interested in people. This isn't just about data and about numbers. We care about people. We ask ourselves, how do you feel about your home and your neighborhood? Because that matters. Do you feel safe? Are we connected as a community? Over the past year, our city has taken meaningful steps forward on all of these measures. We're investing in communities through park and street projects. In collaboration with partners, we're enhancing transit options to meet future needs. We continue to proactively ensure housing and neighborhood codes are being enforced. And I'm proud to introduce a new housing rehabilitation program, and it is going to be rolled out. You can look in the Maplewood Living. It is an exciting plan. Thanks to a partnership with Housing Works, low-interest loans will help people better maintain their exteriors, make their homes more energy efficient, and improve accessibility. We're investing in public safety, ensuring our police, fire, and EMS teams have the resources and the training they need to serve with professionalism and care. At the same time, we've strengthened the connections that make the city feel like home. Through robust community outreach and partnerships, we're listening more, we're engaging more, and we're building trust across every neighborhood. These accomplishments aren't just projects that we have on a list. They represent people served, lives protected, and a city that continues to move forward with purpose. This has been my commitment to the city of Maplewood as mayor. Hit it, Joe. Welcome to the American Cooperative on Lake Phalen. This is a new senior living facility. It allows people to downsize while staying close to all the things they love about Maplewood. It's one of several new housing developments that opened in 2025, with more on the way. This week, families are moving into the Waldo Apartments, a project named in honor of Maplewood's first mayor, Waldo Lubin. It's the second phase of the J.B. Vang development, which includes the Juniper, a 65-unit complex that opened last fall. Combined, this new housing serves a variety of needs, including apartments for multi-generational living, and it addresses affordability. Down Frost Avenue, the Oberon Apartments opened around the same time, providing 150 market-rate units. After years of community conversations about repurposing the ponds at Battle Creek Golf Course, I'm excited and proud to highlight the Century Ponds housing development. It's Maplewood's first new neighborhood in a generation. It will bring more than 200 market-rate homes, including 130 single-family units and 73 townhomes. We expect site preparation to start later this year, with home construction coming shortly after. Here are some exciting features. Nearly half of the 90 acres is green space that includes native habitats, ponds, and wetlands. New and exciting trails will bring neighborhoods together. The boardwalk will provide a path through the wetlands, and Maplewood will get a new park. Parks and open space are among Maplewood's vital assets. We work hard ensuring they're maintained and modernized. That includes at least one new playground and shelter each year, along with maintenance at tennis and basketball courts. We work to protect, enhance, and preserve various natural environments, providing biodiversity for all community members. One recent focus has been Harvest Park. It's a signature park with a number of athletic opportunities. It also has a native seed garden, which helps us maintain our citywide biodiversity. Guided by a recently passed master plan with significant community input, it will see generational upgrades. Crews installed a new playground last summer. Next, we'll begin to study and implement the park's south end improvements, which include new parking, pickleball courts, and other amenities. Hazelwood Park is just north across County Road C. Soon, the city will start comprehensive master planning for its future. Hazelwood serves as a major soccer venue. Its open design also offers versatility to host large-scale community events, such as Friday fireworks. This and other outings like Celebrate Summer, Trunk or Treat, the Bike Rodeo, and many similar events highlight the commitment Parks and Natural Resources, Public Works, and Public Safety have to unite our community. Police and fire also participate in dozens of non-city sponsored events, from school visits to bingo with seniors. Combined, they dedicate more than 5,000 community service hours. It's one of the draws that help Maplewood Public Safety attract and retain an amazing workforce. In fact, our police department is one of the few across Minnesota that's fully staffed. There are several reasons, including innovative recruitment, the Community Service Officer Program, and expanded mentorship and development for new officers. These keep officers motivated. Fire EMS continues implementing its long-range staffing plan. 3 more cadets will join the department full-time. This has been a highly successful program, attracting non-traditional candidates to the profession. After several attempts, the department finally secured competitive federal funding to expand staffing. At $1.6 million, the SAFER grant will fund 6 new firefighters over 3 years. This will help ensure we maintain 8-minute travel times to more than 90% of calls. It will also help improve firefighter health and safety. Day to day, public safety continues combining technology, hard work, and partnerships, making Maplewood safer. Take auto thefts and thefts from vehicles as an example. We've seen 65% and 70% reductions since 2022, respectively, in these crimes. Clearance and conviction rates are up. This is thanks to state grants to cover detectives, stronger partnerships with neighbors, and expanded use of technology. We now have in-house capability to retain cell phone evidence for a wide range of criminal investigations. In just a few years, our drones have become more sophisticated. Our fire department is also using advanced technology and partnerships to improve safety and well-being. They have deployed more than 40 AEDs throughout the city. Ultrasound technology to assist in cardiac care is now standard equipment. We're also participating in studies with major universities to examine falls among seniors, firefighter fatigue, and other on-the-job hazards. Having robust medical care in Maplewood is important for our community's health. Regions Hospital provides medical direction to frontline staff and treats most of our Trauma 1 patients. St. John's is an asset in cardiac response and other emergencies. After recently expanding its cath lab and acute care units, I've been delighted to learn that St. John's is expanding again. Over the next several years, the hospital anticipates nearly doubling in size. Having robust medical care in Maplewood is important for our community's health. It's also important for the city's economic well-being. A growing North End is a key component of Maplewood's development strategy, especially as we reimagine the area around the Maplewood Mall. Over the long range, our economic and community development team is building resources to help acquire key parcels throughout the city to meet redevelopment needs. Street improvements are also critical to attracting developers and maintaining neighborhoods. In 2025, we improved 4.5 miles of roadway. That included reconstructing Prosperity Avenue through the Gladstone neighborhood. The new infrastructure better connects pedestrians and bikers to the Gateway Trail. It also reduces flooding and improves water quality. Many streets in the South Leg also received new pavement. These big picture ideas about planning for the city's future will be part of our 2050 comprehensive plan. It's an exciting opportunity to partner and envision city growth and prosperity over the next generation. We'll kick off community engagement this summer as I know from prior long-range planning, the 2050 comp plan is only as good as the input we get from our community. So please get engaged with the upcoming process. I want to say thank you to Joe and to Kevin for all of the filming and the scripts and all of the information that they pulled together. Let's give them a round of applause. They do a fabulous job. It is so important to have a communications department, and these two are particularly talented, so thank you very much. While I'm looking forward to long-range planning, there are 3 community assets that need attention right now. This building that we're in is one of them. The Maplewood YMCA Community Center has served us since the early 1990s, but the building is aging, as we all are, right? But a building is a little bit different. It needs significant repairs, and it's time for renovation. We have already hosted several open houses to gain community feedback. So far, people are looking for more gathering places, modern fitness amenities, and enhanced workshops and learning opportunities here. We will be hosting another open house this Monday, March 16th. In the South Leg, we have an opportunity to build on recent Ramsey County and future Washington County investments by improving the trails and community buildings at Afton Heights Park. As home to the Jazz Pigs Rugby Club, Celebrate Summer, and its proximity to the new waterworks, the park is in high demand. We saw similar improvements pay off at Wakefield Park and the community building there. And the third asset that we are planning on working is our East Metro Public Safety Building. That training facility has become a major asset to more than 24 fire departments. They serve about 600,000 people across the East Metro. However, it no longer meets today's training demands. An expanded facility should prioritize cross-training among police, fire, EMS, and social workers, scenario-based simulations, updated classrooms, and wellness spaces, reducing scheduling constraints by increasing overall training capacity. The project has already won bipartisan support at the state and federal levels. Congresswoman Betty McCollum recently secured $2 million for the project, and we are seeking $5.4 million in state bonding money for initial planning and land preparation. These 3 regional assets are reshaping projects and will be a part of Maplewood's future. They are going to be part of an initiative that we are calling Maplewood Momentum. Now, you might ask, how is it that we are going to fund such large assets in our community? For the first time, my fellow council members and myself, we voted to request legislative authorization for a local sales tax referendum. This will be the first time Maplewood has done this. It's also perfect timing because the legislature last year lifted a moratorium on local sales tax options. The University of Minnesota and our city's own independent financial analyst estimate that a 1/2 cent sales tax could raise about $81 million over 20 years to pay for these 3 projects, to pay for the transformation of the MCC, this community center, the renovation of Afton Heights Park, and for a new public safety training facility. Because these are regional assets and Maplewood has got such a wide retail base, more than 60% of the funding will come from non-city residents. The average resident would pay about $36 a year. And what we would get in exchange would be really transformative of Maplewood. Maplewood Momentum is about more than buildings. It is about people. Moving forward with these projects enhances the places where people gather. It provides an opportunity to keep people healthy and mentally agile, and it would keep people safe across the entire East Metro. With thoughtful investment today and strong partnerships, we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to strengthen Maplewood and expand our footing as a regional leader. I am so proud of the direction that we're headed and the investments that we are making in our community and in our future. The vision for Maplewood is promising, it is well planned, and it is exciting. It focuses on people and planning for the future. We have a roadmap, we have a direction, and we are moving forward. I'm here to say that the state of the city of Maplewood is excellent. I want to thank all of our partners who are here today. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your love of this city. And stay tuned because 2026 is going to be an exciting year for all of us. Thank you, everyone, for coming.